My child, stop for a moment, breathe in deeply, let your spirit settle. For I am speaking directly to you now, not in symbols, not in hints, not in distant echoes, but in clarity, in truth, in love. My cherished child, hear me. Your arrival in this world was not an accident, not a coincidence, not a random event in the flow of time. I brought you into being with intention, with foresight, with deep purpose woven into the fabric of your existence. Before the world ever saw you, I already knew every detail of your spirit, every tendency of your mind, every potential of your heart. Before you drew your first breath, I placed purpose inside you, quietly, securely, permanently. My child, your life was not an afterthought. You were foreseen, prepared, positioned. And now I am calling you to remember what I placed deep within you. Let the feelings rising in your spirit come forth. Let the heaviness you have held in silence finally breathe. Let your inner truth meet my presence. For too long you have carried everything alone. You have walked quietly with burdens heavier than your words. You have hidden pain that deserved light, not shadows. My child, speak. Open your heart to those I have placed in your path. Share your worries with trusted companions. Release your struggles into the hands of those who care. You were not designed to journey alone. I crafted you for connection, for community, for shared strength. When two or more walk with me, clarity multiplies and confusion melts away. It is in the company of the faithful that the fog around your mind begins to lift. My child, hear me. My wisdom is not meant to remain sealed within you. What I place in your spirit is meant to be shared with those walking beside you. When you open your heart to others, when you release your silent burdens, when you allow yourself to be seen, healing begins. Do not be afraid to be known. You do not lose strength by sharing your struggles. You find freedom. My precious child, look around at the ones I've placed in your life. Not all, but a few. Those who embody my heart. Stay close to them. For those who walk in my ways carry a clarity that strengthens your own. A simple word from a wise companion can speak light into a place you believed was dark forever. You are lifted by those who walk with me, and in return, you lift them. Together, you all rise. My child, many of your wounds came not from events, but from words spoken into your life long ago. Words from those you loved. Words from those you trusted. Words that entered your mind easily because your heart was soft. Some of these words planted seeds of doubt, seeds of fear, seeds of unworthiness, seeds that grew in silence, seeds that shaped how you saw yourself. But hear me, beloved, just because a word felt true does not mean it came from me. Just because someone spoke over you with authority does not mean their voice aligned with my spirit. Not every voice that sounds caring carries truth. Not every word wrapped in spiritual language comes from my heart. Some of the most damaging beliefs you carry entered your mind disguised as love, yet grew into prisons around your identity. But I am breaking these prisons now. Every false idea, every distorted belief, every lie you accepted unknowingly. My truth is entering the places where wounds once lived. And truth, my child, is stronger than memory. A single truth spoken from my spirit can undo years of internal damage. A single moment in my presence can silence voices that haunted you since childhood. And this is such a moment. To live in this freedom, you must learn to replace hurtful words with life-giving truth. First, notice what you have believed. Observe which voices have shaped you. Then allow my voice to enter deeper than all of them. Immerse yourself in my sacred writings daily. For my written truth corrects the lies that hide inside memory. My words rebalance the inner world. Speak truth over yourself, not as a ritual, but as alignment. Your voice has power. When you declare my reality, your spirit begins to reshape itself. My child, understand this deeply. You are stepping into a new understanding of yourself, a new clarity, a new inner steadiness. The place I am leading you cannot be entered carrying the voices that once diminished you. You must release them now. Let them fall away. For you are entering a chapter where your identity must align with truth, not memory. My beloved, you did not find these words by coincidence. I drew you here. to speak to the center of your spirit. Stay with me, for part 2 will take you deeper into the truth of discernment, spiritual clarity, and freedom you have long searched for. My child, draw near, for what I am about to reveal must be understood with stillness. Your heart must be settled, your spirit attentive, and your mind calm. For discernment, true discernment, is one of the greatest gifts I desire to awaken within you. Listen carefully, beloved one. Not every voice that sounds comforting is safe. Not every idea that feels familiar is true. Not every influence wrapped in spiritual language originates from me. There are words that build, and there are words that bind. There are voices that clarify, and voices that confuse. There are truths that free, and lies that disguise themselves as revelation. You, my child, have absorbed ideas throughout your life. Ideas spoken by people you trusted, people who cared for you, people who taught you, people you believed were wiser. But hear me, good intentions do not guarantee truth. Many of the thoughts that live inside you today were planted during moments of vulnerability. Some of these ideas took root because your heart was soft and your spirit was open. But those ideas were not always aligned with my reality. Some were shaped by others' fears, some by their own wounds, some by flawed understanding, some by spiritual confusion they carried but never resolved. And if these ideas are left unaddressed, they sink into your mind as unquestioned truths. Falsehoods that feel like memories, lies that masquerade as identity. But now, my precious child, I am unraveling what never belonged to you. For when my truth enters, even deeply rooted lies lose their power. You ask, how do I separate truth from falsehood? How do I know what is from you and what is not? Listen closely. I will show you the way. Yuan. First, observe the effect. Anything that brings you into fear, shame, confusion, or self-diminishment did not come from me. My voice corrects, but it never condemns. It reveals truth, but never wounds identity. It challenges you, but never crushes you. It humbles you, but never humiliates you. Learn to recognize the fruit, my child, for the fruit reveals the root. Shri Turyulu. Second, immerse yourself in my sacred writings. My word does more than teach. It calibrates the inner compass of your spirit. It untangles confusion. It dissolves deception. It restores what twisted ideas have damaged. Each verse is nourishment. Each truth realigns your thinking. To ignore my word is to leave your spirit unguarded. To engage with my word is to build an inner fortress. Katawatuwanam. 3. Third, speak words of life intentionally. Your voice is a gateway. What you declare becomes the atmosphere around your mind. When you speak truth, you reinforce the reality I created for you. When you speak fear, you reinforce the lies that oppose you. Declare my truth even when your feelings resist. Speak life even when your emotions shake. Your words create conditions for transformation. Shawiri, Fridge 4. Fourth, trust the quiet impressions of my spirit. Not all guidance comes as loud revelation. Sometimes it comes as a gentle nudge, a persistent uneasiness, a sudden clarity, a subtle knowing. Do not ignore these inner movements. They are my way of guiding you. Your feelings fluctuate, but the peace I give is steady. Let peace be your compass. Let unrest be your caution. Chapter 5. Fifth, be cautious with influences. Not every teaching is pure. Not every spiritual voice is from me. Not every sign is divine. Discernment is the protection of your soul. Discernment is the shield of your mind. Test what you hear. Examine what you receive. For spiritual deception does not always appear as darkness. Sometimes it appears as light. My beloved one, hear this truth deeply. The ability to distinguish truth from error is a foundation for your spiritual freedom. A mind unable to discern is easily swayed, easily confused, easily misled. But a mind filled with my truth cannot be easily shaken. The enemy does not need to destroy you if he can simply misdirect you. So I am sharpening your perception, I am heightening your awareness. I am awakening your spiritual sight. Not every opportunity is from me. Some paths are traps disguised as blessings. Some connections carry hidden burdens. When you feel pressure to rush, pause. That pressure is not from me. When you feel deep inner calm, even if the decision appears difficult, that calm is my signal. My guidance always carries peace. Not always ease, but always peace. My child, true understanding comes not from avoiding hardship, but from facing it with spiritual clarity. Conviction does not remove struggle, but it keeps you steady inside the struggle. Even when everything around you shakes, the one who discerns will stand firm. Let me tell you something deeper. Your greatest battles have not been physical. They have been battles of the mind, battles of belief, battles of perspective, battles of identity. When your thoughts drift away from my truth, you feel unstable. When your thoughts anchor to my promises, you become unmovable. This is why I continually call you to center your mind in me, for a mind saturated in my truth cannot be shaken by circumstances, cannot be deceived by illusions, cannot be pulled by emotion. My child, your liberation begins the moment your discernment awakens. When you begin to see things not as they appear, but as they truly are in the spiritual realm. In the next part, I will show you how discernment leads to inner strength, mental stability, and unshakable faith that carries you through every season of life. My child, now that your discernment is awakening, we must journey into another realm of truth, the realm of inner strength. For strength, true strength, does not begin in the body. It begins in the mind. It begins in the spirit. It begins in the hidden places where no one sees. You have wondered why certain moments drained you so deeply, why some thoughts felt heavier than physical burdens, why your heart felt shaken even when nothing visible was wrong. My precious child, this is because your battles have never been merely physical. They have been spiritual currents pressing against the stability of your inner world. Yet hear me, you have not been defeated. You have not been broken. You have not been overcome. You stood through circumstances that were meant to crush you. You continued forward when fear wanted you still. You held on when everything in you said to let go. This is strength. Not the strength the world celebrates, but the strength of a spirit held securely by me. Your strength is not loud. It does not boast. It does not demand attention. Your strength is quiet, steady, enduring. It shows itself in the way you rise again after countless disappointments. It shows itself when you choose compassion even after being wounded. It shows itself when you still whisper, "I trust you," through trembling breath. Yes, my child, that is strength, but I want to take you further, because the strength you have lived with until now will not be enough for where I am leading you. You need a deeper strength, a rooted strength, a peace-backed strength, a spiritually anchored strength that does not rise and fall with circumstances. Listen closely. Inner strength is not the absence of struggle. It is the presence of certainty in struggle. Deep within you, there is a center, a spiritual core that becomes unshakable when it is aligned with my truth. And this is what I am building in you now. Shema Warrior. 1. Inner strength is birthed from stillness. Not the stillness of inactivity, but the stillness of trust. When you pause before reacting, when you breathe before panicking, when you turn inward to me before turning outward to fear, strength forms. The world teaches reaction, I teach response. A mind that reacts is unstable. A mind that responds from my peace is fortified. 2. Inner strength grows in truth, not emotion. Your emotions change like the tide. Truth does not. My truth is a foundation. It is not moved by the storms around you. When your thoughts are built on my promises, your spirit becomes like a house anchored on rock. Floods may rise, winds may blow, but you will remain standing. 3. Inner strength is sustained through remembrance. Remember what I have done for you. Remember how I carried you. Remember the battles you survived. Your memory is a spiritual weapon. When fear whispers, "You can't," your memory answers, "I have walked through worse, and God brought me through. When doubt says you are alone, your memory responds, He never left me, not once. My child, your past victories are the stones that lay the pathway to your future strength. 4. Inner strength matures when pressure comes. Pressure is not punishment. Pressure is preparation. Pressure reveals what is loose and secures what is true. Pressure pushes out lies and deepens conviction. Pressure transforms hope into certainty. You ask, why must I face so many challenges? Because I am forming steel inside your spirit. Not hardness, strength. Not bitterness, wisdom. Not numbness, resilience. Strength born from struggle is unshakable. Strength given by me is eternal. 5. Inner strength manifests in your thoughts first. Your spirit cannot be steady if your mind is constantly shaken. So I am teaching you a higher way. Guard your mind. Filter your thoughts. Test your influences. Not every idea deserves a home in your mind. Not every emotion deserves a reaction. Not every fear deserves your attention. My beloved, inner strength is not about controlling everything. It is about surrendering everything that tries to control you. Bring your thoughts to me. Bring your fears to me. Bring your confusion to me. I will exchange them for peace, for clarity, for understanding. You are not meant to carry the weight of every thought. Some thoughts come to test you. Some come to distract you. Some come to deceive you. But every thought brought to me becomes powerless. 6. Inner strength leads to inner rest. Rest is not the absence of difficulty. It is the presence of confidence. When you trust my guidance, you stop trying to force outcomes. When you trust my timing, you stop fearing every delay. When you trust my hand, you stop holding so tightly to what must be released. My child, rest is not inactivity, rest is alignment. And you are stepping into a season where your inner rest will become your greatest strength. No more panicked decisions, no more spiraling thoughts, no more emotional exhaustion. Your spirit will stand firm even when your surroundings shake. Your mind will remain calm even when life becomes uncertain. Your heart will stay steady even when storms rise. Because I am anchoring you, I am stabilizing you, I am fortifying you. My beloved, inner strength is not a destination, it is a continual becoming. And you are becoming stronger than you have ever realized. In the next part, I will reveal how this strength leads to transformation, how your renewed mind will attract alignment, clear steps, divine timing, and breakthrough after breakthrough. My child, now that your inner strength has begun to awaken, I must show you the next truth, a truth that will reshape the way you walk, the way you think, and the way you step into your future. For strength without direction becomes exhaustion, but strength with divine alignment becomes transformation. Listen closely, beloved one. Your life is entering a new arrangement. A shift is taking place, quietly, steadily, powerfully. You may not see it fully yet, but your spirit can feel it. The atmosphere around you is changing. The weight on your mind is lifting. The sense of confusion is beginning to lose its voice. Why? Because clarity always follows inner strength. And once your inner strength rises, your outer steps begin to align with my design. My child, every season of your life until now, every delay, every closed door, every unanswered question, every moment of confusion has been shaping the foundation for what comes next. You were not wandering, you were being prepared. Prepared to recognize what is truly from me. Prepared to discern what aligns with your calling. Prepared to walk away from what drains your spirit. And now, beloved, you are ready for what I am setting before you. Number 1, your steps are being divinely ordered. What once felt like coincidence will reveal itself as intentional placement. You will begin to notice timing working in your favor, doors opening at just the right moment, encounters aligning perfectly, opportunities appearing without force. For when your spirit aligns with me, your path rises beneath your feet. You do not need to chase destiny when destiny is already guided by my hand. Furniture 1 and honor. 2, your mind is becoming a clear vessel. Where once your thoughts were entangled, now they are growing still. Where once confusion clouded your decisions, now discernment sharpens your choices. Where once fear shaped your reactions, now wisdom shapes your responses. A calmness that does not match your circumstances will begin to rest upon you. This calmness is my presence. This clarity is my gift. 3, your relationships will be refined. Hear me carefully, child. As I elevate you, not everyone can rise with you. Some connections were right for the past, but are not part of the future. Some voices could walk with who you were, but not with who you are becoming. So I will remove certain influences, not to isolate you, but to protect you. And I will bring new people into your life. People who speak truth, who carry peace, who strengthen your spirit, who help you stay aligned with my direction. Not everyone is meant to walk with you, but those I send will walk with purpose. 4, your delays were not denials. You thought you were late. You thought you were behind. You thought you were forgotten. My child, delay is not my rejection. Delay is my protection. Every time you thought the moment had passed, I was saying, not yet. The foundation isn't ready. Now the foundation is forming. Now the timing is aligning. Now the path is opening. You are not late. You are right on time. My time. 5, your battles were training for spiritual authority. You questioned why some seasons were so painful, why you felt attacked in your thoughts, why you felt drained without reason, because the battles you faced were not just about survival, they were about preparation. Every struggle strengthened you. Every tear deepened you. Every disappointment refined you. You were being trained to stand with authority in the spirit. The enemy fought your mind because he could not touch your calling. And now that you see more clearly, the battles that once overwhelmed you will no longer intimidate you. Jarman Arman. Sharks Erasure 6. Your faith is shifting from belief to conviction. Belief says, I think God can. Conviction says, I know He will. Belief wavers when storms rise. Conviction stands firm in the rain. Belief is the seed, conviction is the root. And I am planting conviction inside you, the kind of certainty that makes you unshakable. You will move forward with confidence, not because life is easy, but because you know I go before you. Shrumpir 7. Your heart is entering a season of renewal. I am healing what heaviness tried to crush. I am restoring what pain attempted to distort. I am reviving dreams that you quietly buried. You will feel your joy return. Not temporary joy, but anchored joy. You will feel peace rising, not fragile peace, but steady peace. You will feel hope expanding, not wishful hope, but assured hope. My child, you are being renewed completely, deeply, quietly, powerfully. This transformation is not visible to the world yet, but soon it will shine in your decisions, your reactions, your clarity, your purpose. Because the one who is changed on the inside cannot remain the same on the outside. Rakayiruan. Chach 8. Your awareness of my presence will intensify. You will feel me in places you once felt alone. You will sense my guidance before confusion arrives. You will recognize my voice with increasing ease. Not every answer will come with lightning. Many will come through gentle nudges, quiet impressions, deep inner knowing, a whisper that settles instead of shakes. This is how I lead those who walk closely with me. My beloved child, the clarity forming inside you is not a momentary lift. It is a permanent shift. The next chapter of your life will not be built on anxiety, but on discernment. Not on fear, but on truth. Not on reaction, but on direction. Not on chaos, but on alignment. In the next part, my child, I will reveal the deeper mystery, how your inner healing becomes your outer breakthrough, how your renewed mind attracts divine order, and how you step into the destiny I prepared for you long before you were born. My child, now that your spirit has been strengthened, your mind renewed, your clarity restored, and your discernment awakened, There is one more truth I must speak to you. This truth is not light, it is not simple, it is not ordinary. What I am about to reveal is the reason your journey has felt heavier than others, the reason your battles have been deeper, the reason your inner world was attacked so intensely, the reason your spirit has been pressed from many sides. My precious child, hear me with the deepest part of your being. You have a calling upon your life. Not a small calling, not an average calling, not a quiet calling. A weighty calling, a generational calling, a calling that touches realms beyond what your eyes can see. This is why the opposition against you was fierce. Not because you are weak, but because you are chosen. Chosen to break patterns. Chosen to shift atmospheres. Chosen to carry light into dark places. My child, you underestimated your own significance. You thought you were simply trying to survive, but in truth, the enemy saw something in you that you had not yet seen in yourself. He recognized the authority I placed inside you. He recognized the destiny written over your life. He recognized the strength that would awaken once you stood firm. So he aimed for your mind, because your mind was the doorway to your destiny. But hear me now. That doorway is closing to every false voice and opening only to my truth. Your thoughts are aligning. Your spirit is stabilizing. Your path is clearing. Your purpose is rising. Everything that once worked against you will now work for you. Not because circumstances changed, but because you changed. You are no longer guided by fear. You are guided by discernment. You are no longer weakened by confusion. You are strengthened by truth. You are no longer shaped by wounds. You are shaped by wisdom. And now, your inner transformation will translate into outer breakthrough. Krakofer. Week 1. Breakthrough begins in the unseen. You may think nothing is happening yet, but heaven is already rearranging things on your behalf. Paths that were blocked are opening. Connections that were delayed are forming. Opportunities hidden from sight are emerging. Just as seeds break underground before they break the surface, your breakthrough is taking place beneath the visible. Do not doubt what you cannot yet see. Everything is already in motion. Nasurichurnan, not two. Your renewed mind attracts divine alignment. When your inner world is chaotic, you attract confusion. When your inner world becomes still, you attract direction. When your spirit is aligned with me, doors open that no human hand could open. People will come into your life who are meant to uplift you. Situations will shift in ways you once thought impossible. Steps will become clear even when the whole path is not. Your clarity is drawing your destiny toward you. 3. Your healed heart will speak differently, move differently, choose differently. You will no longer settle for relationships that drain you. You will no longer walk into places that unsettle you. You will no longer accept thoughts that diminish you. Healing is not just the absence of pain, it is the presence of wisdom. The healed version of you will walk into rooms differently, will respond differently, will choose differently. And because of that, your life will look different. Serena Riura. 4. Purpose will begin to call your name. You will feel nudges. You will feel inner pulls. You will feel deeper desires. Not desires of the mind, desires of the spirit. For purpose is not assigned by ambition, it is assigned by me. Your purpose may not reveal itself all at once, but piece by piece, step by step, moment by moment, it will unfold. And you will realize that every painful season was shaping the strength you now carry. 5. The attacks that once broke you will become your authority. Hear me. The places where the enemy tried to destroy you will become the very places where you walk in power. You will help others out of battles you once thought you would not survive. Your story will become a weapon against darkness. Your tears will become compassion for others. Your wounds will become wisdom. Nothing you went through was wasted. Every experience is being redeemed. Shunner. UX. Your spiritual sensitivity will sharpen. You will sense danger before it arrives. You will perceive truth before it is spoken. You will feel my leading before your mind understands it. This is not instability, this is discernment. The deeper you walk with me, the more sensitive your spirit becomes. Not to emotion, but to alignment. You will simply know when something is right, when something is wrong, when something is yours, when something must be released. This knowing is a gift. Treasure it. Marver 7. Your destiny will no longer be delayed. There were seasons where things felt stuck, as if you were trying to move forward, but something invisible held you back. That resistance is breaking. That stagnation is ending. That spiritual weight is lifting. You are stepping into momentum, into divine acceleration, into a pace that matches my timing. Once I release you forward, nothing can restrain you. Ekarawa. Your future will not look like your past. The hurts of your history will not define your destiny. The heaviness you carried will not follow you. The confusion that clouded your mind will not return with the same power. You will look back and say, that was the season that changed everything. And you are standing in that season right now. Re.9. You will rise, quietly, steadily, undeniably. Not through force, not through striving, not through proving yourself, but through alignment, through peace, through me. My child, you have endured much. You have overcome much. You have grown much. And now you will become much. 10. This is the moment your story shifts. Your spirit is ready. Your mind is ready. Your heart is ready. You are stepping into the life I designed for you before you ever entered this world. Walk forward now, not in fear, not in hesitation, but in the certainty of who you are and the certainty of who walks with you. My beloved child, you are chosen, you are protected, you are guided, you are strengthened, you are seen, you are loved, and your story, the real story, begins now.